Hello and welcome to a new edition of Vaughan and Vivo, Vaughan live. That's my name, eh? Richard Vaughan. My job is to teach English. Your job is to learn English. Todos los días os digo lo mismo, pero es que no hay vuelta de hoja. I teach, you learn. A very intimate symbiosis takes place. And if the symbiosis works, the learning curve, la curva de aprendizaje, adquiere trayectorias insospechadas. Like, whew, okay. That's your problem. That's your responsibility, not mine. My responsibility is to teach you English. Whether you learn or not, el que tú aprendas o no, is not my problem. I wash my hands of all responsibility for you. My responsibility is to teach, and to teach the best I can, okay? Now, I ask that you make an effort and that we come together and create that symbiosis. And then it's very, very interesting. Okay, so are you ready to start? We have 24 minutes. So we have to make the next 24 minutes very productive, okay? As productive as possible. All right, and again, I have friends with me, victims who are going to suffer my teaching, but that's part of the game. Eva, how are you today?
Fine, thank you.
And Carlos, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, are you ready to start?
Yes, of course.
Ask Eva if she's ready to start.
Are you ready to start?
Yes, I am.
Bueno, entonces callaros los dos porque voy a hablar yo otra vez, okay? All right. Today we're going to look initially at the present perfect. Presente perfecto. Yes. En español no tenéis nada que se llama presente perfecto. En español tenéis el pretérito perfecto. He comido, he escrito, he bebido, he hablado, etc. Es pretérito perfecto. Pero no es del pasado, no sé por qué decís pretérito. En inglés es presente, porque son cosas, una serie de acciones que has hecho en un periodo de tiempo que no ha terminado. Por ejemplo, la semana pasada escribí 3 cartas. Last week, I wrote 3 letters. Eso es el pasado simple, lo que llamáis en castellano probablemente el pretérito indefinido o algo así. La pasada semana escribí, y esta semana, que no he terminado todavía, he escrito 2. Puede que escriba más, no lo sé todavía, pero en lo que va de semana, un periodo de tiempo todavía vigente, no puedo usar el pasado ni el presente. El presente sería escribo cartas todas las semanas. I write letters every week, presente habitual. Presente continuo, y mira, I'm writing a letter now. Fijaos, eso es presente continuo, una acción en vías de realización. Pero si quiero remontar al principio de un periodo de tiempo, el lunes, y quiero expresar lo que he podido cumplir hasta ahora inclusive y que en un periodo de tiempo todavía vigente, no puedo usar ni el presente ni el pasado. Tengo que usar el único tiempo que enlaza presente con pasado, que es the present perfect. En lo que va de semana, I have written 2 letters. Okay, so, Eva, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How many Japanese people have you kissed so far this week?
I haven't kissed any Japanese people so far.
So far.
So
Puede
far.
que mañana beses a un
Who
japonés,
knows?
pero no lo sabes. Okay. Well, when was the last time you kissed a Japanese man?
I've never kissed a Japanese man.
Japanese, no. Okay, now ask Carlos how many letters he has written to my sister this week.
Carlos, how many letters have you written?
How many qué?
Letters.
Good.
How many letters have you written to his daughter this
To
week?
my daughter, a mi hija, vale.
Please say.
I haven't written any letters to his daughter.
Okay, ask him how many emails he has composed this week.
How many emails have you composed this week?
I have composed about 15.
Okay, and ask him how many times he has seen me this week.
How many times have you seen him this week?
I think I've seen him 2 times. or
Twice.
Twice.
Okay, ask him if he has a car.
Do you have a car?
Yes, I do.
Ask him how many different cars he has had in his life.
How many different
¿Cómo?
cars have you had in your life?
Only one.
Oh, only one?
Yes.
Okay, ask him how many different wives he's had in his life.
Wife.
Yeah, wives.
Okay. How many different wives have you had in your life?
None.
None. You've never married.
No.
Ask me how many different wives I've had in my life.
How many different wives have you had in your life?
Just once. Ask me how many times, Carlos, I have gone to the dentist in my life.
How many times have you gone to the dentist in your life?
Oh, probably 100 times, okay, in my life, okay? Ask me how many times I have given this class on television this year.
How many times have you given this class in TV?
On TV.
On TV this year?
I don't know, maybe 8 times, 10 times. Ask me if I enjoy it.
Do you enjoy it?
Enjoy it?
Enjoy it?
Enlaza, enjoy
Do
it.
you enjoy it?
Yes, I do, okay? Ask me how many times I have spoken to you on the phone today.
How many times have you spoken to me on the phone today?
I haven't spoken to you on the phone. Ask me how many times my car has broken down, kaput, this year.
How many times has your car broken down this year?
It hasn't broken down this year. Ask me when the last time was my car broke down.
When was the last time your car broke down?
It has never broken down. Ask me how long I have had my present car.
How long have you had your present car?
I've had it for a year, okay? And ask me how long I'm planning to keep it.
How long are you planning to keep it?
I'm planning to keep it for 3 more years, okay? Ask me how many times I have driven my car today.
How many times have you driven your car today?
Well, I've driven my car to 4 different places today. Ask me how many times I have parked my car today.
How many times have you parked your car today?
I parked my car 4 times today. Ask me how many times I have called Carlos today.
How many times have you called Carlos today?
I've called him once today. Ask me how many times I have been on the radio in my life.
How many times have you been on the radio in your life?
Probably over 1,000 times. Ask me how many hours of class I have given today.
How many hours of class have you given today?
I've given, I've given about 4 hours of class today. Ask me how many times I've spoken to my sister this week.
How many times have you spoken to your sister this week?
I haven't spoken to my sister this week so far. ¿Qué significa so far?
Hasta ahora.
Hasta ahora. Okay? And ask me how many times I've pulled Eva's hair today.
How many times have you pulled Eva's hair today?
I haven't yet. I haven't pulled her hair today.
Try.
No.
Try. No. Okay, ask me how many glasses of water I've drunk today.
How many glasses of water have you drunk today?
I've drunk only 1 glass of water today.
No.
Ask me how many bottles of whiskey I have drunk this week.
How many bottles of whiskey have you drunk this week?
I haven't drunk any. I don't like whiskey. Ask me how many glasses of wine I have drunk today.
How many glasses of wine have you drunk today?
I've drunk 2 glasses of wine today. Okay, for lunch. Ask me how many hamburgers I have eaten this month.
How many hamburgers have you eaten this month?
2. Well, what's today? Yeah, okay, I've eaten 2 hamburgers so far this month. Ask me if I made them myself.
Did you make them yourself?
No, I didn't. Ask me who made the hamburgers for me.
Who made the hamburgers for you?
My wife did. All right. Ask me if she brought them to my bedroom.
Did she bring them to your bedroom?
No, she didn't. She took them to the dining room. Ask me if they were good.
Were they good?
Yeah, they were delicious. Tell Carlos to ask me if my wife makes good hamburgers.
Ask him if his wife does good hamburgers.
¿Realiza buenas hamburguesas? Makes.
Makes.
Perdona, para, bring me the camera. To make and to do es el sempiterno problema de cuál se usa. Porque en castellano normalmente se dice hacer. To make y to do, separando las excepciones, y hay probablemente 20 nada más. To make es hacer en el sentido de fabricar, confeccionar o producir. To do es hacer en el sentido de realizar, llevar a cabo, efectuar. Okay. Hay muchas excepciones, but in general, una hamburguesa se make, no se do. Okay, se make. We make hamburgers. We don't do hamburgers, or we cook hamburgers. To cook.
Yeah, it's better. It's easy.
Tell Carlos to ask me if I like the hamburgers that my wife makes for me.
Okay, Carlos, ask him if he likes the hamburgers that his wife makes for him.
Hamburgers.
Hamburgers.
All right.
Do you like the hamburgers your wife makes to you?
Makes to me? To me?
For you?
Eso. To make to me sería como si lo arrojara o tirara a mí. Yes, I like them. Ask me why.
Why do you like them?
Because my wife uses good beef. Yeah. She goes to the butcher and she says, I want 5 kilos, 2 kilos of solomillo. I said, good. Can you mince it for me? Picar solomillo? I said, yes. And very good
So they are
hamburger.
made from
Sometimes, not always. No, it's a bit expensive, those hamburgers. Okay. And tell Eva to ask me if my wife is Spanish.
Ask him if his wife is Spanish.
Is your wife Spanish?
Yes, she is. Ask me how long we've been married.
How long have you been married?
We've been married for 30 years. Ask me if my wife is still good looking.
Is she still good looking?
Yes, she is. Ask me what my first impression was when I saw her for the first time.
What was your first impression when you saw her for the first time?
I was speechless. How do you say speechless in Spanish?
Sin palabra.
Sin habla.
Sin
O sea, se
habla.
me quedé boquiabierto. Speechless. Ask me why I was speechless when I saw her.
Why were you speechless when you saw her?
Because I had never seen anything so beautiful in my life. Ask me if I made a decision on the spot.
Did you make a decision on the spot?
¿Qué significa on the spot?
En el momento.
En el mismo momento y acto. Yes, I did. Ask me what decision I made.
What decision did you make?
I made the decision to win her heart. All right. Ask me how long it took me.
How long did it take you?
No, it took me...
Ages.
No, it took me about 5 months.
Yeah, you were the boss.
The 5 months, yeah, but yes. But not when I met her. Not when I met her. I wasn't her boss. Later, part of my tactic and strategy was to become her boss. Ask me how old she was when I met her.
How old was she when you met her?
What does he want to know?
He wants to know how old she was when you met her. Met her.
All right, good. Repeat. Ask me how old she was when I met her.
How old was she when you met her?
What does he want to know?
He wants to know how old she was when you met her.
Okay. She was 21. Ask me how old I was.
How old were you?
I was 23. Ask me if I asked her out on the very first day.
Did you ask her out for the
On the very?
on the very first moment?
On the very first day.
First date?
Claro. Day. On the very first day, en el primer día, on the first day, en el primerísimo día.
En el mismo.
El mismo
primer
día, the very same day. No, I didn't. Ask me how much later I asked her out.
How much later did you ask her out?
I asked her out like almost a year later. I waited.
Yes.
Okay. I asked her out a year later. Ask me why I didn't ask her out on the first day.
Why didn't you ask her out on the first day?
It wasn't the right time. It wasn't the right time to ask her
Why
out.
wasn't?
It just wasn't. It wasn't the right time. She wants to dig into my life, okay? Escotilla, eh? Are you a nosy person?
Yes, I am.
How do you say cotilla?
Nosy.
Nosy, que mete la nariz en otros. Fiscona. Nosy person. All right. But no, 1 year later. Ask me if I remember our first date.
Do you remember your first date?
Yes, I do. Ask me where I took her.
Where did you take her?
I took her to a restaurant. Ask me if I took her to an expensive restaurant.
Did you take her to an expensive restaurant?
No, I didn't. Ask me if I took her to a cheap restaurant.
And did you take her to a cheap restaurant?
No, I didn't. I took her to an intermediate, moderate price. Ask me what kind of restaurant I took her to.
What kind of restaurant did you take her to?
I took her to an Italian restaurant. Ask me if I asked her if she liked Italian food.
Did you ask her if she likes Italian food?
No, I didn't. Ask me if I was sure she liked Italian food.
Were you sure she liked Italian food?
No, I wasn't.
Everybody
Ask me
does.
why I chose an Italian restaurant.
Why did you choose an Italian restaurant?
What does she want to know?
She wants to know why you chose an Italian restaurant.
Because I like Italian food. Okay. Isn't that enough?
No.
No?
On your date? No.
On the first date, you think I should ask her what she likes?
No, but maybe you have to choose a intermediate place.
Yeah, no, but Italian food...
Well,
to be
everybody
fair,
does.
It's a
right,
romantic
okay.
place.
Ask me if the restaurant was romantic.
Was the restaurant romantic?
Well, it was not unromantic. It was okay. It was a nice restaurant, okay? Ask me if she enjoyed the dinner.
Did she enjoy the dinner?
I think so. Ask me if we had dinner by candlelight.
Did you have dinner by candlelight?
I don't think so. I don't remember candles. ¿Cómo se dice vela en inglés?
Candle.
Candle, okay. I don't remember, okay? Ask me, that was our first date. Ask me how much time later we got married.
How much time later did you get married?
We got married about 10 months later. 10 months later. Okay. Ask me if I asked her formally to marry me.
Did you ask her formally to marry?
To marry you?
To marry you?
Yes, I did. Ask me if I got if I got down on one knee.
Did you get down on one knee?
To propose?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Ask me where we were when I asked her to marry me.
Where were you when you asked her to marry?
Asked.
Her to marry you.
We were in a pub. Yeah, un puff, as you say here, a pub. Ask me what we were drinking.
What were you drinking?
We were drinking Irish coffee.
A lot.
Okay. That's not very romantic.
No, at all.
Okay, we're drinking Irish coffee. Ask me if she turned me down.
Did she turn you down?
What does she want to know?
She wants to know if she turned you down.
Si me rechazó?
Yeah.
Mi mujer. She turned me down? No.
I don't think so.
She said yes. She said yes.
Of course.
All right. Ask me how much later we got married.
How much later did you get married?
Married?
Married.
Si conseguí a María o me casé?
Get married.
All right. To get married is conseguir a María. Now to get married.
It's not Maria.
Okay, it's casarse. We got married 2.5 months later. Very soon. Okay. And ask me if I'm sorry I made that decision.
Are you sorry you made that decision?
No, I'm not. Ask me if I'm glad I made that decision.
Are you glad you made that decision?
Yes, I am. Ask me where we went on our honeymoon.
Where did you go on your honeymoon?
What does he want to know?
He wants to know where you went on your honeymoon.
We went to Madeira. Now, ask Carlos what country Madeira is part of.
What country is Madeira part of?
Is it Portugal?
Yeah, it's part of Portugal. And is it off the African coast or off the Portuguese coast?
It's off the African coast, no?
Well,
Portuguese.
It's no. Yeah, it's closer to Africa, yeah. Ask me how many days we stayed on Madeira.
How many days were you
on Madeira?
On Madeira.
For about 6 days. Ask me if we enjoyed it.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, we did. Ask me why we didn't stay longer.
Why didn't you stay longer?
Because I needed to get back to work. I needed to go back to work. Okay. Ask me what I was doing at that time.
What were you doing at that time?
The same thing I'm doing now. Teaching English. Ask me if I'm getting a little tired of teaching.
Are you a little tired of teaching?
No. No. I'm not getting tired. ¿Cansándome de enseñar? I'm not getting tired of teaching. I still enjoy it. Tell Carlos to ask me why I still enjoy teaching.
And Carlos, ask him why he still enjoys teaching.
Could you repeat?
Ask him why he still...
Porque he is.
He still enjoys teaching.
Good. One more time.
Okay. Ask him why... why? Yeah. Why he still enjoys teaching.
Why do you still enjoy teaching English?
Because I meet interesting people like you and Eva.
Thank you.
Well, Eva is like you. All right. And it's a stimulating job. All right, it's a stimulating job. My students never learn.
Well, sometimes
come
we learn
on.
a lot.
Ask Eva if her English has improved since she met me.
Has your English improved since you met him?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Ask Carlos if he thinks his English has improved since he met me.
Do you think your English has improved since you met him?
Yes.
Since you
met him?
Yes, of course.
Ask me if my wife's English has improved since she met me.
Has your wife's English improved since she met you?
Yes, very much. Ask me if I have ever given my wife a class.
Have you ever given
your
wife a class?
Only on television. Yeah. But her English has improved not thanks to me. It has improved thanks to hearing English at home with the children, always the English language. And so ask me if she speaks well.
Does she speak well?
Yes, she does. Ask me if she understands well.
Does she understand well?
Yes, she does, perfectly. And ask me if I see her every day.
Do you see her every day?
Yes, I do. I see her every day. Ask me if I'm starting to get tired of my wife.
Are you starting to get tired to see your wife every day?
Inténtalo otra vez.
Okay. Are you starting to get tired to see her?
Tired of?
Tired of seeing her every day?
No, I'm not. I still enjoy seeing her every day. Ask me if we still go to that same Italian restaurant.
Do you still go to that same Italian restaurant?
No, we don't.
Why not?
Why not?
Tell her to ask me why we don't go to that same Italian restaurant anymore.
Ask him why they don't go to that Italian restaurant anymore.
Why don't you go to that Italian restaurant anymore?
Because it closed.
Oh, that's a shame.
Ask me how long ago it closed.
How long ago did it close?
What does he want to know?
He wants to know how long
Ago.
ago it closed.
It closed at least 10 years ago. Now, ask me if I was sad when it closed.
Were you sad when it closed?
Yes, I was. Ask me if I was sad for sentimental reasons.
Were you sad for sentimental reasons?
No, I wasn't. Ask me why I was sad.
Why were you sad?
Los escalopines al marsala.
Come on.
Okay. Well, yeah, I
You
liked
have to be romantic. A little.
No, of course I was sad. Okay, but ask me if it was one of the best Italian restaurants in Madrid.
Was it one of the best Italian restaurants in Madrid?
When I took my wife there the first time, yes. Ask me why I chose that restaurant.
Why did you choose that restaurant?
Because I already knew it was good. And ask me how I found it.
How did you find it?
I was a member of the Cofradía La Buena Mesa, okay? And the Guía Gastronómica,
Really?
the gastronomic guide. It's talked about this restaurant, so I went. And I tried it. And I said, this is good. So I took my wife there. And she liked it too. But then the quality slowly began to fall. And really the best part of the restaurant was one of the waiters who was always there. Okay, from the beginning. And now, ask me if I know where that waiter is now.
Do you know where
Where?
that waiter is now?
I have no idea where he is now. But I imagine he's a waiter in another restaurant, but I don't know where. Okay, so ask me how often we went there while it was open.
How often did you go there when it was open?
We went about once a month when it was open. Ask me how often we go out to lunch or dinner.
How often do you go out to lunch or dinner?
Every week, at least 2 or 3 times, okay? Ask me if I spend a lot of money on food.
And do you spend a lot of money on food?
On food? No, not too much, no. And ask me if I prefer to go to the best restaurants.
Do you prefer to go to the best restaurants?
No, I don't. I like to go to good restaurants, of course. But tell her to ask me what kind of restaurant is my favorite.
Ask him what kind of restaurant is his favorite.
What is your favorite restaurant?
Well, my favorite restaurant
Kind.
is, well, my favorite kind of restaurant is the Menú del Día family restaurant. The good ones. Some are not good, but if you find a good one, it's the best. All right. Now, ask me how many times I have been drunk this month.
How many times have you been drunk this month?
I haven't.
The truth.
No, I haven't. Okay. Ask me how many liters of wine I have drunk this month.
How many liters of wine have you drunk this month?
I have no idea, but I drink just a little wine every day. Okay. Ask me how many times I have gone to the hairdressers this month.
How many times have you gone to the hairdressers this month?
I've gone once. Ask me where I went.
Where did you go?
In Vigo. Ask me why I went to the, well, hairdresser no es la palabra, barber shop. You know, it's a barber who's smoking a cigarette.
No.
Okay. Ask me why I went to the barber in Vigo.
Why did you go to the barber in Vigo?
Because I was there on a Saturday morning with time to kill. Okay. And ask me what I was doing in Vigo.
Where were you doing in Vigo?
What?
What were you doing in Vigo?
What does she want to know?
He wants to know what you were doing in Vigo.
I was visiting an office and taking a 3-day holiday. Okay. Ask me if I paid for the trip.
Did you pay for the trip?
No, I didn't. Ask me if my wife paid for it.
Did your wife pay for it?
Sí, pagarlo, en inglés se dice pagar por ello. No, she didn't. Ask me who paid for the trip.
Who paid for the trip?
My daughter did.
Oh.
Yeah, for my wife and me. And ask me where we stayed.
Where did you stay?
We stayed in Vigo and in Santiago and in Mondariz. Okay. Ask me if we had a good time.
Did you have a good time?
Yes, we did. Now tell Carlos to ask me why my daughter paid for the trip.
Carlos asked him why his daughter paid for the trip.
Why did your daughter pay for the trip?
Because it was my birthday, and she wanted to give my wife and me a birthday present. Okay, and that will finish the class on a nice birthday note. It's time to say goodbye.
Okay.
It's time to say goodbye. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in about 5 minutes for more on Vaughan and Vivo. So don't go away. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thank you.